Good Sunday evening, guys. Welcome again to my humble home, right in the middle of the MCO 2.0. By the first plan, actually, is going to end in another 2 days, but the latest news is that it's going to be extended until the 4th of February due to the increasing number of the cases, right? 4 digits now is shocking in Malaysia. When everybody is praising Malaysia for doing a good job in controlling it, but some hiccup happened. Let's forget about it. But I'm still fortunate that the government allows all the economic, mostly all of economics activities remaining continued open, and we can get all of the necessities, and even um, for people who likes foods like me, who loves food, a foodie, we can get all of our food anywhere that we go here in Johor Bahru, and also maybe the whole Malaysia. Anyway, welcome again to my channel, the channel that does everything. Yep, I'm happy doing everything happily. You figure that out, all right? I don't have any niche, so I just do whatever I like, and as long as I'm happy and I can make you happy, my viewers and my subscribers, thank you very much for welcoming yourself to my channel. So today I am going to do another review of course, a British comedy, authentic British comedy. Tonight, actually, I'm going to do a response and review on another video from my favorite, the Two Ronnies. Okay, by now I already learned their names. One of them is Ronnie Corbett. Corbett, did I pronounce that correctly? Corbett or Corbet? Silent T. And the big guy, Ronnie Barker. All right, Ronnie Barker reminds me of the guy Benny Hill, right? They have an uncanny resemblance, but of course, Ronnie Barker is well. Let me turn that up. Benny Hill is a little bit on the naughty side of comedy, right? Well, it's not suitable for children, but I enjoy it, right? So what is the video that I'm going to cover and do the review and response this time for the Two Ronnies? I'm going to do there is a title of their sketch that is named the Racing Duck. What's going to happen? Are they going to uh, get a couple of ducks and make them run and race among themselves? That is one kind of comedy. But anyway, don't judge the book by its cover. But I can't avoid, when I look at a title, I can't avoid thinking about judging the title that it's going to be a comedy. Of course, it's a comedy, but it's going to be a funny one. Is it? Let's see. So let's get to it. Okay, here we go. Right now, this is Ronnie Barker, right? And here, I would like to say, uh, they always do all of the sketches, right? When they call it sketch, it only lasts about less than 5 minutes or somewhere there. But the when they build up all of these props, right? They really go into all of the details, right? Uh, this is back in 1979, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, this is what I like about the old times, right? When all of the props are done physically, whether this is in a studio or is it in a real kitchen of somebody's house in the Great Britain. uh, Nevertheless, if it is in the studio and they build this just for a sketch, for about 5 minutes of a sketch, this is something that I salute, because nowadays, what they do is, even though for a comedy that lasts about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, they will use the green background, right? They call it the green screen, and then everybody just come to the studio, and then they reflect. They just project all of the images on the green screen and replaces everything. And if it's going to look like a kitchen, they just project a kitchen is over there. But of course, it's not going to be the same as what they are having over here, the real studio. But okay, anyway, back to our review and response. Um, Ronnie Barker is wearing a T-shirt saying Glaston or Glackton Bird Sanctuary. So I guess he works in a bird sanctuary. Yes, maybe. Okay, so let's go. Ah, that's bird droppings, I'm sure. Bird droppings since he works in a bird sanctuary. That's obvious.
George, the tap's leaking, the telly man's repossessed your electric organ, and the dog's done it again. Welcome home. Me and Lil have gone to Brighton, your loving wife Ede. P.S. Your dinner's down the chip shop. That's charming, isn't it? Charming. Down the chip shop. Cool. Have it in.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was too fast for me. Okay. Now, I respect the Toronese because I like them. Yes, because whatever they pronounce is the original UK slang of English. But sometimes, uh, when not only them, when anybody else, when I watch their video and they are speaking in the UK slang of English, it's got usually it's very fast. And then I don't get what they mean. But anyway, the fun of watching the Two Ronnies is not that whichever single word that I don't understand, I'm going to Google it maybe later. But I always watch the whole thing, and then I'm just laugh whenever I feel funny or humor, right? So let's go.
Hey? You back, George? No, still down there, Sid. What
That's
you're
sarcasm.
staring at now is one of those uncanny encounters of the third division, see? Probably due to the time warp on the A33 between Croydon and the coast. Hey, of course I'll back you, Bert. Has a week gone already, then? Yes, time flies, Sidney. Good thing elephants don't.
So right, okay, so Ronnie Barker giving Ronnie Corbett a very long sarcasm, right? Because he's there, but still, Ronnie Corbett asking whether he's back or not. He's there in front of him, so he's asking. So he got a long sarcasm. And about the elephant don't fly is because when Ronnie Corbett said that he's very lucky that elephant don't flies because he saw the bird dropping on the back of Ronnie Barker's shirt. You know, imagine if an elephant can fly, and the droppings from an elephant drop down on Ronnie Barker. It's not going to soil his shirt. Probably he'll end up dead in the comedy. Okay, not in real life. So let's go. Let's continue.
I've got it. Have you? Have you been anywhere with it? No, I thought I'd show it to you first. I don't want to see it. Well, I thought you might be interested, didn't I? I've never had a racing pigeon before. Racing pigeon? You bought a racing pigeon? You don't like birds. You're illogical to feathers, ain't you? Well, I know that, but this one was going cheap. Well, all birds go cheap. Now, I mean, the fellow only wanted 25 quid for it, and it's a real champion. Who sold it you?
25 queens. How much is that? Probably I'm going to just edit somewhere here. 25 queens equals to how many ringgits in Malaysia, okay? But the logic is they say it's very cheap.
Fella down the pub, you know. Oh, dear. Not that chap who sold you that great big lump of black moon rock. Yeah, that's him. The Coleman. That's it.
The black moon rock. Yeah, I got that one, okay? Barker telling Corbett that he once bought a black moon rock, but uh, okay, without knowing it, Corbett, without realizing it, he bought it from somebody that works in a coal mine, right? So most probably he bought a lump of coal, which the guy that his friend told him was the black moon rock.
He's done you again, isn't he? Eh?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he has. I remember when he sold you that Elizabeth the First wristwatch.
That's another one, okay? In this episode, Corbett has been screwed, screwed too many times. Elizabeth, the first, Elizabeth the first is should be the queen, right? Wristwatch. So back then, during the Elizabeth the first, there was no wristwatch, right? Probably a wall clock, but no wristwatch. So he got screwed again.
Look, George, that was a genuine antique, you know.
In the time of Elizabeth the First, they didn't have digital watches, did they?
See, digital watches some more.
That's probably why it didn't work. I mean, you couldn't ask for more proof than that, could you?
Yeah,
Listen, I'll bring it in then and let you...
Go on, let's have a look at this champion then. Go on.
But yeah, I'll tell you that. Come on,
So it's going to bring in the racing pigeon.
Come on in. That's it. Yeah, we're a bit nervous, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's highly
I thought it's supposed to be a racing duck episode.
There we are.
What? There you are. That's a racing duck. Okay, now telepathy time. Okay, because sometimes when I watch a movie or a comedy before it happens, I can presume what's going to happen next. Oh, he bought a racing. He bought a duck that his friend told him was a racing pigeon and sold him for very cheap. But of course, he got screwed again. Probably when it's not. Probably the price that he paid for is more than a duck because it's a racing duck. I mean, it's a racing pigeon. Ah. By the way, did you notice that Barker is wearing a bowler hat too, like mine? But I can see his one is much of a high quality. Mine is I bought it from a costume shop, so probably I can get that online. Or maybe Mr. Barker, Mr. Ronnie Barker, if you're watching this, can you please donate to me that hat for memorabilia? I would like that hat, Mr. Barker. Thank you very much.
It's a duck. Hey, it's a duck. Where?
Well,
He's a cage, it's a duck. He's a racing pigeon.
Oh, it's a duck. Look, it's got webbed feet unless you bought a pair of flippers, have you?
Don't go on. That's them feet of his. That's kind of what's named streamlining.
What, aerodynamics?
Yeah, oh, it's a duck. He's done you again, the Coleman. He has. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. I remember that time he sold you that day-old golden Labrador pup. Look, turned out to be an hamster.
he bought a hamster that the friend proclaimed that is a maybe a large species of a dog, but he bought a hamster.
Look, George, that was a genuine mistake on his part. In
Oh,
fact.
yeah, well, that's his baby. That's his baby. I shouldn't try and join the Pigeon Fanciers Association with that thing, innit?
This is no everyday, ordinary racing pigeon, I tell you.
I know, it's an everyday duck.
It is an Argentinian racing pigeon.
Now, Argentinian racing codswallop. Look, he's got a bill instead of a beak, innit?
That's its beak. It was in one of these night races over the Argentinian Pampas. And he ran into a mountain. That's what's happened.
What do you feed him on it?
Fish?
See?
It's a duck. It's a
Pigeon
Argentinian.
duck.
Look, I took it out for a test flight.
Yeah.
It flies just like a pigeon.
Oh, yeah, fast, is it?
Oh, fast. I should say it's not very fast, no. As a matter of fact, he was overtaken by a couple of sparrows, but he's got some stamina.
Oh, yeah.
I was out looking for him for hours, I was.
Were you? Where'd you find him?
Over the duck pond.
See?
It's a duck.
It's a
It's an
duck.
Argentinian fish.
Look at the, see, he's waggling the back of himself. Look at that. Look at that. It's just like a teddy boy's haircut the back there.
Okay, this is what I like. Okay, this part where the duck spontaneously shake its tail. It is not planned inside the script. Okay, you cannot possibly ask the duck to on the dot wiggle your tail like that. But the intelligence of Barker and Corbett in doing their sketches is whatever happens during the sketch, they will use that as a comedy punchline. All right, you see, just now he just did that. Barker just did that. These guys are genius.
Don't say things like that in front of him, you'll offend him. No, I doubt if he cares, Sid. It'll be like water off an Argentinian racing pigeon's back to him. Has he got a name, has he?
Yeah. Donald.
Donald Duck. Donald Duck.
It's a duck. It's a race. Look, let's be fair. Let's face facts, shall we? Look, it's got waterproof feathers. It's got webbed feet. It's got a bill instead of a beak. You feed it on fish. You find it on a duck pond, and it quacks. It's a duck. Oh, really?
Another spontaneous moment.
There's only one thing to do with it, anyway. You've got to take it over the park and you give it his freedom. Tell you what, I'll come with you. I've got to give the greyhound a run.
Oh, yeah.
I'm teaching it to hunt, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Hunt what?
Ducks. Come on, Jet, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's the last punchline. I didn't get that. I should. Let's look at that again.
I'm teaching it to hunt, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Hunt what?
Ducks. Come on, Jet, come on.
What's that again?
Anyway, you've got to take it over the park and you give it his freedom. Tell you what, I'll come with you. I've got to give the greyhound a run.
Oh, yeah.
I'm teaching it to hunt, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Hunt what?
Ducks. Come on, Jet, come on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't get that last punchline. The audience, okay, obviously it's a live audience. The audience was laughing at when Barker put on the leash on the small dogs and is going to walk it in the park along with Corbett's racing pigeon. But what's funny about that? Can please anybody explain to me what's the punchline, the last punchline? Okay, anyway, that was a good session of another Two Ronnies, right? So you see, okay, now let's observe if this is a studio, look at the ovens, the cooks, the kitchen, the kettles. It's worn off, right? It's worn off. If they are building this out of scratch in a studio to make this 5 minutes something of a sketch, this is like, wow, man, this is truly art. They okay, to build something in a studio for a sketch is one thing, but to make them look seasonal is like it's already been used for tens of years is another aspect. You can't get that nowadays. Okay, now I guess nowadays all of the prop makers are losing their jobs because everybody is using the green screen, right? But anyway, the conclusion is I am very amused and I enjoyed myself watching this episode of a sketch from the Two Ronnies again. I hope that I can find more. Oh, this is very. Anyway, thank you for to the producers and the production of the Two Ronnies because I've done 2 reviews and responses on their videos. First is the candy shop, the candy shop. Second is the 2 candles, and I was not blocked in on YouTube for that. Right. So thank you very much, and I hope this won't get blocked too because the Two Ronnies has been very kind and allows me to use your videos to make a review and response. My objective is just one thing. Okay, my purpose is to share your intelligence, your intelligent British comedy to my my fellows in Malaysia and Asian. Everybody should watch this. It's a true intelligent genius comedy. So by saying that, okay, please, can anybody He explained to me the last punchline where Barker drags the small dog on a leash because I didn't get that. Okay, now by saying that, I'm going to say good night. I'll see you tomorrow, and hope that everybody is doing well in this pandemic. I hope that everybody is still earning a living, and of course, for the children, I hope that your life would be back to school and enjoying the physical activities with your friends. And till tomorrow, I'll see you again. Cheerio.